because God sees this as what? In his Son. And so when the wrath was poured out, this is why Paul says in Galatians 2:20, I have been crucified with Christ. It's no longer I who live, but now Christ who lives in me. Do you understand? I died with him. He lives in me. Do you understand both of this? I've been crucified with Christ. It's no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And this life which I now live in the faith, I live in the flesh. I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. So as we begin to see the reality of just what it is that God has done, what it is that God is doing, we begin to see here this powerful truth. And so we begin to see that it moves from the spiritual reality into an actual past reality. Deals with the specifics, deals with the crucifixion. In Colossians chapter 3, verse 3, he says this, for you died. Do you understand? You died. Wait a second, I didn't die. Oh yeah, you did. You died. When Christ died, guess what? You died. So you died and your life is hidden with Christ in God. And so we recognize here this spiritual reality, this actual reality that God places upon us is that when we are in Christ, as we are there symbolically through this whole issue of the baptism, the reality is now we are united with Christ. And as we're united with Christ, we begin to see the reality of the past specifics. And that is we've been crucified, that we died, we're dead in sin. And now he moves from dead in sin and he shifts now to a actual past reality into this actual present reality at the end of verse 6 into verse 7. Take a look at that with me. He says this, after he says in verse 6 that the body of sin might be done away with, he now says this, that we should no longer be slaves to sin. You understand? It moves from not the past, not the crucifixion, into the present reality. There's this present thing that we should no longer be slaves of sin presently. Verse 7, for he who has died has been freed from sin. You understand? You're not a slave, you're free. You have a whole new master now. And I think what happens is this, when we're recognizing that we're no longer slaves, but we're free. We're not just dead, but what? Now we're alive in Christ. Do you understand how he's shifting back and forth, building, crescendoing, putting layer upon layer, this understanding of who we are in Christ.